I assured him that today he will be permitted to lay it for a very good reason. I am drawing your attention to it. If you have concerns, kindly raise them for my attention. Yes, please.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, when we met the other day, well, we left with the understanding that there will be changes done, and then after that, the minister will come with a report, and the leadership will meet to review that report. As far as I am concerned, that engagement has not taken place. I've not seen the copy of that changes that has been done. So I don't know what we are laying. We are laying the old document. That is the document that we had issues with. I have not seen the amended documents. And so that is a problem. And since then, Honourable Speaker, I'm also very much aware that you have been petitioned by stakeholders in the industry who have serious concerns. And so, Honourable Speaker, I think that I raise these matters because we have very strong views on this LI. And ordinarily we wouldn't oppose it. But as you yourself have stated, we are here because of the people of Ghana. We just met this morning, and your profound statement that you made, and I took that with me, was that everything that we do must resonate with the needs and aspirations of the people of Ghana. We have to listen to the people of Ghana on this very LI that is being laid. Honourable Speaker, I humbly submit.
Let me get some clarity. Usually we have pre-laying engagement with the committee on subsidiary legislation. Where are the committee members? Subsidiary legislation, have you gone through this pre-laying process?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. We had the pre-laying as was agreed. At the pre-laying, it was decided or agreed that the minister should present to us stakeholder engagement reports to the committee. Because anytime we're doing the pre-laying exercise, we would like the inputs made by the stakeholders, so that those who are going to be affected by the ILI. And that was what we told the minister to do. And as I'm speaking now, the leader or the chairman of the committee has not told us as members that that report has been presented to him. And we're always making sure, known to them that until you present so and so ABCD, including the stakeholder engagement report, the LI will not be laid. So we are yet as a committee to do that. And we have also learned that some amendments have been done to the LI as presented to the committee. So I think as a committee, we need to go back again and see those amendments that have been made. And that has not been done. So until that is done, I don't think it can be laid. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, as you rightly know, this matter of pre-laying is a convention that we developed to help make good regulations in this House. So you asked whether that pre-laying has been done. Mr. Speaker, the matter at hand is a very serious and dangerous matter, which hinges on the survival of businesses in this country. Mr. Speaker, we are not just objecting, and care should be taken, and let's take reflection back to serious issues that have been raised on this floor, and minority have raised objection. Which of them didn't go back to come and bite this country? And this is one of them. Mr. Speaker, just as yesterday, 6 associations, Ghana Union of Traders Association, Ghana Freight Forwarders Association, Ghana Automobile Dealers Association, and a host of them wrote a petition having confidence in members of this house and this house that we should take that petition into consideration. Mr. Speaker, that petition must be presented to this house. We know when they did a press conference, they said they presented a petition to Parliament. What is in the content of that petition? Mr. Speaker, you know, by Article 11.7, once a regulation of that nature is laid on this floor, you need to test majority of this house to annul it. Mr. Speaker, we know. So what would be the essence of laying the regulation and going to consider it when you yourself, you know that the concerns of GUTA, the concerns of automobile car dealers, the concerns of traders association, the concerns of freight forwarders cannot be considered. Mr. Speaker, it is on that note that we are saying, let's engage them. You say, the minister says he engaged them. What were their input? And what went into the discussion?
Leader has just said that I am the deputy ranking on the Trade, Industry and Tourism Committee. Mr. Speaker, surprisingly, myself and the other side, headed by Honorable Carlos Ahenkra, are not aware of these regulations that the minister has brought here to be late. Ordinarily, Mr. Speaker, we are not saying that he has breached any law, but ordinarily, he would have involved us. Reasons why he hasn't involved us is only known to him. Mr. Speaker, because industry players know that we matter in this particular case, we have received quite a number of petitions. Mr. Speaker, I'm very sure that your office would have been inundated with petitions. Mr. Speaker, this house, if you ask me, is here in the interest of Ghanaians. And if today, industry players, very important associations, will cry to us that they are not comfortable with these regulations, the worst we can do, Mr. Speaker, is to listen to them. The worst we can do is to engage them. But to hurriedly go ahead and lay these regulations, Mr. Speaker, we will be doing a great disservice to not just the players, but to Ghanaians. The Ghanaian consumer is the one who's going to suffer. Mr. Speaker, this is not the first time this attempt has been made to restrict importations of such strategic commodities, and all efforts failed. We should not be part of the failure this time. And so I want to appeal to you that the minister should not take this as a personal project. For whatever reason, I don't know. It's a national project. Mr. Speaker, he was heard, and I watched him on Dua yesterday night, insulting almost everybody on this side. We need to be learning from people like him, and we should be learning good lessons,
Old men like him.
not lessons that we will not want to bequeath to our children. Mr. Speaker, I am appealing to you that if you allow these regulations to be laid here, I can assure you that there won't be cooperation going forward.
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Ayeni draws attention to an important matter, and I want to place it on record that probably his committee have been misled. When it comes, Ghana is a signatory to the World Trade Organization, WTO. And we are signatory to WTO with a liberalized market regime. If you want to impose import restrictions, as I listened to the chair of the Committee on Subsidiary Legislation, Mr. Speaker, it offends Article 11 of GATT 1999, the General Agreement on Trade and Tariffs. They call it quantitative restrictions. That is what you are seeking to do. So when you are responding to the committee, you must find responses to that the World Trade Organization is against quantitative restrictions under
GATT 1999. Mr. Speaker, I will come to exceptional circumstances. Even the import licensing regime, WTO requires that it's automatic and that your system is simple, transparent, predictable, and says that the power should not be conferred on the minister, but an independent judicial committee, not the minister. That is what WTO protocol says. So whatever information the Honorable Ayeni got, Mr. Speaker, I will go with the Constitution, I will go with the law. The principle to protect infant industries is important. We should build consensus on it. But Mr. Speaker, he should hold on and respect your directive. Go back to the committee, fine-tune it, do proper consultation.
I did state earlier that the Minister for Trade and Industry briefed me last night on the instrument. I'm aware that since last week, this item has been on the order paper. And I'm aware that there has been some resistance to the minister laying the instrument. So when last night he gave me the brief, I got convinced from his submissions that there was the need for him to lay the instrument today. And I told him so. But we initiated this issue of pre-laying consultations. And that's why when I started, I called on the Committee on Subsidiary Legislation to tell us whether they've been that pre-laying consultation. The chairman was not on his seat then. So a member stood up and gave us the position. That was the Honorable Oju Kotoi. And that is where the issues cropped up. That yes, there are a lot of issues still pending, undetermined, and the minister has been asked to do 1, 2, 3. Members got up to amplify on it, and these are all news to me. These are news to me. And so the conversation here, as the majority leader said, is part of the pre-laying consultation. Now, if at the end of the day, leadership and the minister had agreed that there was a need for some amendments to be carried through before the instrument is laid, which I was not aware of, then we'll have to cross-check from the committee whether those things have been done and whether the committee has agreed on it. If that is the situation, then we'll proceed. Now, I see the chairman of the Committee on Subsidiary Legislation, and I'm being given now a copy of the draft LI. I want to know whether that has been brought to your attention and whether the concerns raised have been factored into the LI. Then we can move on.